Have you ever wondered how to get that pesky pilot bushing out of the back of the crankshaft when you're replacing the clutch on your vehicle? Well, in today's installment of Tech Tip Tuesday, I'm going to show you a little trick that makes getting this pesky little devil out of there a little bit easier. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so as I stated, we are going to be showing you a little trick on how to get your pilot bushing out of the back of the crankshaft that you're going to replace when you're doing a clutch job on your vehicle. First and foremost, we are talking about the 66 F100 with the 390. Long story short, none of the videos are out yet because I still have to edit a bunch of stuff, but I ended up needing to change it from a 3 on the tree to a floor shifter. That being said, I had to do some stuff to the transmission, ended up rebuilding the whole transmission. Then going to put the transmission back in, I realized that whoever put the transmission in the first place did not properly align the clutch plate or the disc in the pressure plate and into the back of the pilot bushing. So it's all goofed up, so I take the pressure plate and everything off, and the flywheel's cracked, and it's a big old mess. So, I am going to show you the proper way to get the pilot bushing out. It sits flush in the back of the crankshaft. You can't pull it out. It's really hard to use a slide hammer and crank it out, but there's a really simple way. And what I'm going to show you is how to do that. So, your pilot bushing, again, is sitting flush in the back of the crankshaft. What you need to do is find something that fits tightly, not like you're going to scrape the sides of it as you're pushing it in, but nice and snug on the inside of this hole. What I have is a nice big bolt here. I put a little Gorilla Tape around, nice and tight. The fit there creates a nice little seal, okay? But I can still manage it. So I just kind of guesstimated and put some Gorilla Tape on and made sure it's nice and tight. That's the important thing, a nice tight seal here in this hole right here. You'll need a hammer, and then you'll need, I've seen guys use wet bread. You can use whatever, wet bread, wet paper towels, or some type of wheel bearing grease, a nice heavy grease, something of that nature. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go underneath the truck. Okay, so the trick is, for me right now, is going to be trying to work around the camera, because I have the camera sitting right in front of me. So, here's the pilot bushing in the back of the crankshaft. We're looking at the back of the engine. Okay, so here is our pin that we made. Again, it fits nice and tight, creates a seal. So what you want to do, I'm going to use grease. Again, like I said, you can pack hamburger buns in here, because the whole purpose is to displace whatever we're trying to displace. Okay, so we're going to just start pumping grease in. So we're going to just try and displace this grease out around the sides of the pilot bushing, or what we're pushing in. And it does take a little bit. I mean, that's a pretty good sized cavity back there. It's starting to push out now, so we'll pull back. And sometimes you have to do it and then put some more stuff in. It's a pretty fair amount. Making a mess. Okay, so the hole is filled. Now the juggling act for me is going to be reaching over with the bolt and the hammer. Okay, so we're taking our bolt and we're getting it started. And now we're going to hammer the bolt in. Okay, so as I hammer, watch around the edge. I'm trying to move my hand out of here. See it coming out? Okay, so I'm seated all the way. Okay, that's not going to be enough. So what I need to do now is get my grease gun again and pump more grease in. Like I said, sometimes it happens on the first try, sometimes it doesn't. We'll use a little bit of this. That's got some junk on it. I don't want that junk in there. Get rid of that. So we are going to put some more grease in. Like I said, I can't say that this isn't maybe a waste of grease, but it's about the easiest way to get this thing off of here. Okay, so we're taking our bolt, we're going back in the hole, taking our hammer, not hitting the camera, getting it started. Try and clear some of this stuff out of here. So you can see, okay, so angle you up just a little bit more. All right, so, well, that's all it took. One more tap and it came right out. So, there's our pilot bushing, and we got a whole crap load of grease in the back of the crankshaft. So now we'll just, however you want to clean this out. Like I said, it's kind of a waste. Take it and put it in your wheel bearing bucket or whatever, but it's that simple. How you take a pilot bushing out of a back of a crankshaft while you're doing a clutch job. There you go, guys. That's how you remove a pilot bushing out of the back of the crankshaft when you're replacing the clutch on your vehicle. It really is that simple. Don't believe me? Try it yourself. It's the way that I've always done it, and it works every single time. Okay? It's going to work on 99.8% of the vehicles that you're changing a clutch on. It really isn't that hard. That one came out like really, really easily. Sometimes you may have to tap it, put more grease in, tap it, put more grease in, tap, do it a few times. In this case, it wasn't hard at all. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck. I hope it comes out that easy every time. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this video helped. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click the like button so all my videos pop up when I make new videos. I try to come out with videos as often as I can, but it's challenging when I'm doing work and doing this and going to work, and so I do the best I can. Thanks again for everything. Please comment if you got any questions. Let me know if you loved it or hated it. I appreciate it, guys, and as always, until next time, we'll see you out here at American Heritage Garage.